Hello everybody. Welcome on back. I'm Ride. Today we are going to play more Grind Survivors, and what we're going to do today is we're going to run a curse build today. So we're going to focus on this sort of rune right here, the only curse one I have really that is going to give me a good damage multiplier. So we're going to run that. We're going to run our shotgun again today because I think that's pretty much by far the best weapon I have. I've been trying the revolver and the SMG, but I mean, either they're just not good weapons or the ones I have just don't cut it. But let's see. Let's start off with... we can probably start off with haste here. I'm okay with that. Because we might want some movement speed because we may or may not get the synergy that gives us double bullets, but makes us move very slowly. There's probably a good chance we'll get that, but we'll see. So this is the one we're gonna want eventually. So let's actually take that. We'll take the split shots. But what we're gonna do today is heavily focus on curse, kind of like we have been for our last few runs. We did lightning with the SMG, which, you know, didn't work out super well. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with some of this more movement speed. And again, I don't know if it's just my SMG, if it's the build or what, if it's lightning, but that one didn't really work out so well. So we also did a fire shotgun. That one ended up being phenomenal, because again, I think the shotgun is just the best weapon we have in this game. And then today we're gonna be doing curse, and then we'll try a chill build, and then we're gonna do oversize because oversize gives us that other one we need for dispersion. So these are all right here, so let's go with that one. But yeah, we'll try a chill build, and then we'll kind of do a full elemental build. We can try a fully defensive build where we just get a ton of shields and increase our HP a ton. There's quite a few ways we can go about this. But we're gonna try all those. So we want to get some XP here. Okay, there's curse. Okay, so I guess we'll go with curse right away. Let's get curse. Bullets can apply curse, dealing 200% of bullet damage over 2 seconds. And so we get an extra 50% multiplier, damage multiplier for that, because of our rune that we picked. So basically, curse is going to put a curse on these enemies, and then after the time delay, they'll take whatever certain amount of damage. There's going to be ways we can improve that by either making it activate quicker or by doing more damage. Okay, there's round fire again. That's going to be for echo, which I guess we'll take. Crit chance, yeah, we could do that. That's a really good crit chance upgrade. This game really does not like giving you crit damage though. Unless there's something I'm missing. A lot of these upgrades are, okay, you get 5 crit chance, but then you only get like 10% crit damage. So you're not building up crit damage to like astronomical levels, which honestly, I don't think it would be a bad idea if they let us build up crit damage a little bit more, because the way this game scales after like the 40-minute mark, it does get pretty crazy. Let's see, do we need this one? No, we have this one already. So let's go with the cursed enemies receive more damage. Actually, let's come get this one. Okay, splinter. Enemies killed by your weapon explode. We could probably do that one. Or we could actually go with giant. I think we'll go with giant. This one might show up again later, but let's go with giant because I do want to get that heavy, whatever it's called. So we get the 5 extra damage per health, and I want to build up my health as much as we can, and then we can get a ton of damage from that. And so, see, this is kind of what I'm talking about in some of my previous videos where I said it kind of feels like every build is going to be the same, and this is what we're going for, mainly because, and not necessarily because this is a bad thing, but the synergies in this game are really strong. So because of that, you kind of go for the same synergies over and over, which kind of means going for the same, you know, level ups every time. And while we do get a little bit of differentiation from like, okay, this time I'm going to do curse, things like that, but that's really it. Okay, we want to get ascend, I think. I'm actually not sure if there's a synergy with ascend and curse, but I think we'll take it anyways. Ascend works with all the other status effects in the game. I'm not 100% sure it works with curse though. I guess we can maybe look. Let's do the HP regen. So which one's this? This is siege, right? Yeah, so we don't need siege. We do need dispersion though, so maybe we'll take that. Yeah, let's just take dispersion, and then there's... So this is going to kind of suck because we are going to lose our movement speed right away, but we're going to get 2 times bullets and then more ammo. Which is why I kind of took that movement speed stuff early. So hopefully, I do want to build that up a little bit more now too. Because I definitely don't want to be too slow. So we'll work on getting that going. Luckily, we already got a little bit, but now we're going to have twice as many bullets, which is awesome. That might be like a slightly better late game item to get just so you can get more runes and stuff, but... It showed up, so we took it. I'm kind of scared to risk getting this weapon to level 8. I tried getting, man, I was trying to do a revolver. I was trying to get a revolver really high, and it was not working out for me. Okay, we're gonna want this because this is gonna give us a curse one. So every 6 seconds, apply curse to enemies within your pickup range. Cooldown is reduced by your cooldown ability. So we'll take this. Normally, I wouldn't really take this item, but since we are doing a curse build, I mean, it synergizes with that. So that feels kind of like a no-brainer. But yeah, as I was trying to upgrade my revolver, I could not do it. I don't even think I could get it past level 5. I just had horrible luck. I probably spent 100,000 ashes, if not more, trying to get it to, you know, level 7 or somewhere around there. But every time I got to the 55% mark, I failed every single time. I was having such horrible luck with that. And then with the shotgun, this shotgun, I literally just got it to 8, like on my first try. Honestly, it was really lucky how I did that with this shotgun. But I'm afraid to risk it more because I don't know if it's worth it. Because right now I'm at a 80% fail rate. That's a fail rate, 80% chance I'm not going to be able to upgrade it again. So I don't know. Okay, here's more movement speed and reload speed. I do need this though, because I do want to get to that vitality, but I think we'll take the movement speed first. And so some people commented in the comments, you know, how I was kind of talking about build variety and all that. And this game kind of has it. I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't, because, you know, we can pick the runes and that sort of considered like change how we do builds and stuff. But the big thing is there was a couple of people in the comments who actually compared my comments to like how we play Deep Rock Galactic Survivor or Spell Brigade, where we kind of always take, you know, we always take the same artifacts like in that game, which we do. You know, Deep Rock Galactic does have a bit of an issue with some of its relics or artifacts being pretty useless. But the big difference between those two games is, and between this one, is a game like Deep Rock Galactic has like 30 weapons and you're picking 4 of them each time. So that obviously creates an insane amount of build variety. This game doesn't have that. This game, you're running one weapon. You're not really running like spells and stuff. While you can kind of get, you know, the lightning and curse, which I guess we can kind of classify as spells. This game just does not have that variety when you're actually in the game and playing it. Because now we see the same things over and over, and we're just going to constantly pick the same things over and over. And so like when we play Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, sure, I'm picking gold scanners and whatever, pay to win all the time. But in terms of like builds, sometimes I'm doing all plasma weapons. I'm trying to get 4 plasma weapons. Sometimes I'm running projectile weapons. Sometimes I'm running explosive weapons. We're doing a hybrid, 2 explosive, 2 plasmas. You know, that build variety is there. And then on top of the 30 plus weapons, you're also picking different overclocks. So the overclocks change how each weapon behaves. So I don't really think you can compare the two in terms, because just because I'm picking the same relics and stuff in Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, I'm still picking way more different weapons. You know, that the game has way more build variety in this than this one does. And this is still a demo. So, you know, there's it's not like I'm fully judgmental on this game. It's just a demo. It will change a little bit, but I honestly don't think it's going to change that much, because you're still only going to be running one weapon. And I think that's an issue. Okay, so let's do. Okay, so yeah, I don't think we. Let's see. What do we need here? Round fire. Okay, so that's not. We already have round fire, free flow movements. So more haste. Every 5 seconds, and this resets after losing HP. Okay, we'll go free flow. I know we took a couple hits, but I think we'll be able to get that going a little bit better. But that's really the big difference. And then the same goes for Spell Brigade. You know, Spell Brigade, like, you're just looking at the relics in terms of build variety, but we're not looking at the spells and stuff. In Spell Brigade, you know, we have 4 spells to pick from. And then on top of those 4 spells, we have infusions to pick. So we can do all ice, all cold, all fire. We could do one of each, stuff like that. You know, there's just more build variety there than a game like this. All right, let's go. I probably need some sort of pierce. I'm gonna go with pierce. We need pierce and bounce. I need one of those. But yeah, that's really the biggest difference I can say between those. Because once we're in again, the biggest fault with this one is once we're actually in the game, it doesn't feel like the variety is there. You can do some sort of different stuff outside with picking your runes, which is cool. You know, that is cool. But then just game to like minute to minute gameplay, we're still kind of picking the same stuff every time. If you could run like multiple weapons in this game or something, or if there was say 20 different spells to pick that you're leveling up, then that would add way more variety, way more RNG. And it's not like a horrible knock on the game. I mean, I'm not saying it needs it. It's just since it doesn't, it's not gonna have that variety. Because if we compare the demos too, like when I played Deep Rock Galactic, the demo, I could probably get like 40 videos out of that doing different builds. This one, I don't. This one feels like I could probably get pushed like 10. I still love this game. I still think this game's great. It's just, I can just tell. I can feel myself when I get to like that 40-minute mark. I can just feel myself being like, okay, this feels exactly the same as the last one I did. Except instead of burn, we have like curse or something. But I'm still looking for all the exact same upgrades every time. All right, let's go. Kind of want. I know we need move speed, but I think we're okay with that. Let's do. I guess we'll do this one. We need fast curse though. That's the one we need for. That's the one we need for one of our synergies. But there we go. That's a little bit more clarification on what I mean by build variety. Because this game, like I said, this game does have it. You can pick your runes, which will change, you know, a little bit how you play. Like there are some pretty drastic ones in there, like one weapon, one bullet. There's some elemental stuff which would let you focus more on like just fire or ice or something. So I'm not saying it's not there. It's just not as good as other games. All right, let's do cursed enemies receive more damage again, because again, cursed build. I wish we would have gotten XP stuff though, which we did not. There's a cool rune in here too, which I will take, but I purposely didn't take it for this run. Cursed explosion will apply all your status effects to enemies it hits. And so one of these runs, I'll try to do a full elemental build. Okay, so this one gets me, oh, this one will give me something good, but we haven't seen really the other ones yet. We could go with this though, because I think we could use that purple XP chance to really help us out with some of our XP gain issues. But if I didn't like this game, I wouldn't be playing it as much as I am. Like I like the weapons, or I'll say I like the shotgun. I don't really like the other weapons as much. The shotgun seems to kind of do everything. It has really good range, really good damage, and it has, you know, sort of that AoE effect where we're hitting multiple enemies. All those other weapons sort of lack that. Like the SMG lacks any sort of range. And then the revolver, you know, it's only shooting one bullet at a time. Even though it does high damage, the shotgun just kind of seems to do it all. So it's like, why use any other weapon other than the shotgun? I definitely, I feel like I need to get a bounce in here too. I don't have any bounce. Oh, I should get that heart. All right, I guess we're getting more curse. Here's fast curse though, finally. So this is required for that curse to enemies in our pickup range. Okay, so we'll get that. So we should see the synergy show up next. Man, we're 20 minutes in though and no XP gain items. And no bounce yet either. I think we have one pierce and that's pretty much it. These were very close to each other. Okay, so here's the one. Every 6 seconds, apply curse to enemies within your pickup range. Cooldown is reduced by cooldown ability. Okay, we'll do... Let's do cursed. Like I said, I really want to get this other stuff, but this is a curse build, so I'm gonna try to prioritize that the best I can. Not for everything, but for some things. What's that one? Is that one just... That one's not just plus ammo, is it? It might be. Oh, extra bullet. All right. We already have a ton of bullets. All right, this is, let's see, we need to get to this one. I don't really like this upgrade though. Into 3 bullets. Sure. I guess that'll be kind of the next best thing since we don't have bounce. Oh, there's another legendary. That's going to be legendary crit. See, so this one I feel, you know, 10% crit damage, that feels really low. That should be like 25, especially for a legendary. If we could scale up our crit damage a lot better in this game, I think that would help with when the enemies get, you know, like absolutely insane. Okay, let's do the delay again, because again, curse build. Forget curse build. So when you criticize my picks in the comments, curse build. Don't worry, I'm used to it. That's one of the things I get the most in these games the types of comments I get is usually people like criticizing the picks I take, you know, which is fine. But a lot of the times, I don't think people understand, like, when I do some of these builds, sometimes they're very specific. Like, I'm not trying to min-max the best build every time, because then every game would be exactly the same. And like when, God, I didn't get that because this boss showed up. So like a lot of people have to understand, like, I'm not always trying to build the greatest build ever in this game. A lot of times we're just trying to do fun builds and fun thematic builds. So like this one, you know, this one's very, very curse heavy. I'm going to prioritize picking curse over like everything else. Is that going to be as good as picking all the synergies every time? Probably not, but that's life. So that's just how we do this sometimes. Okay, we already have concentrate, so I don't know if we haven't seen any of that. Let's just go with the regeneration. So I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand that sometime in the comments. Like when I do a fire build, I'm gonna like prioritize taking fire stuff. When I do a curse build, we're gonna prioritize taking curse stuff. And then people, like, some people will say like you should have taken fire there. Fire and curse go really well together. It's like, okay, well, that's not the point of this build. The point of this build was literally to just do all curse. And I think a lot of people kind of miss the point sometimes with that. Because I'm sure it is pretty cool to like mix the elements too. We'll do that, but for this build, curse only. This is struggling quite a bit too. Quite a lot, actually. Which is kind of odd. I think it's, I wonder if it is because I don't have like bounce. Or maybe curse just sucks. Like, I feel like we definitely didn't get some of the really good synergies here. So that's probably partially it. This is struggling though. Okay, well, at least we got out of there. But now what are we gonna do? Now I have 4 HP and we gotta be able to survive this without getting hit. This is usually the hardest part in the game. Oh shoot, this point in the game where okay, I need to really regenerate this last heart. It's so close to regenerating. The hardest part in the game is usually right about now. Because like after the 20-minute mark is where the game just scales up so hard. Wow, this did not cut it. Curse didn't do it. We missed out. I feel like we missed out on a lot of damage upgrades here too. That one, unfortunately, just didn't do it. Like all curse did not do it. I feel like we had relatively okay damage items, you know. We didn't get like, we got the disbursement one. I forget what it's called. We got a ton of curse ones. We only got 1 pierce. No real bounce. We did get the explosions. We got like okay movement speed to make up for it. We got this one to shoot out twice as many bullets, but I guess we didn't get like really any of the big damage ones, unfortunately. We just didn't get there with them. I know we wanted I wanted to get the HP one and we just never saw that either. Wow, that was a rough run. That was a rough one, especially considering we made it like over an hour in the last shotgun build we did. So yeah, I don't know what to say. That was a tough one. Maybe curse. It's always hard to say kind of like what the issue was. It could be a lot of things. A mix between the level ups, curse just not being that great. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is. We couldn't cut it with this one, so we'll try cold next. I don't think cold is going to fare too much better, to be honest. It doesn't really have that great of damage, but it does freeze the enemies really well. So I am going to kind of look forward to that. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.